Hey guys, Jeremy Torres here from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Today I'm going to be reporting for the Urban Cadre, and I'm going to be talking specifically about South Albuquerque Ministry. South Albuquerque is an urban area, and it's also a startup area, and I am kind of in charge of making sure that Young Life gets off the ground over there. One of the things that we've ran into right away is very few leaders. We have two volunteer leaders right now, and both of them are male. And so, counting me, we have three leaders total, and all of us are dudes. And anyways, it's just been super hard to reach out, meet new girls. But we did have four kids decide to come to camp with us this this past week. We went to Lost Canyon. It was an awesome week. But we did take two girls and two guys. The guys were covered. We have more leaders for them right now than there are of them. So, there's only two of them, three of us. But we did have two girls go with us, and we don't have any female leaders. And so I was really, really stressing about that. And I think one of the things that became clear was that in the established areas here in Albuquerque, there might be a couple of leaders who would do a really great job with urban ministry. And I think one of the hard things to do is sort of figure out who those girls are, and even when you do figure out who they are, to try and have these conversations with their area directors or team leaders, where it's just really open and transparent, honest. I think those conversations, even though they have happened, it was really almost intimidating to have those conversations because I didn't want it to come across like I was stealing their leaders or anything like that. And so, anyways, when one girl in particular was kind of defined, I went over to her area director and we just had a conversation. I said, "Hey, do you think that this girl would be a better fit at this high school?" And he was kind of on the same page with me. He had already been thinking about the same things, and he had already kind of been throwing that idea around in his head also. So the next step that I took was talk to her team leader, who was a student staff guy here in town, and anyways, just had the same conversation with him. Do you think that she would be a better fit at this high school rather than this high school? What's her dynamic on your team? And we really had to weigh, here's the cost, here's the gain. And so then once we decided that, yeah, it might be a really good idea that she moved to this high school from her current high school. Then we went to her and we said, "Hey, Melissa is her name. What do you think about this?" And she was in, but then at the same time she was a little hesitant to leave the girls that she had been ministering to all this past year, as well as she's leading at the high school that she graduated from, and so that's always a hard thing to walk away from. But what we did do was left the decision up to her. We stated very clearly, this is a decision between you and God. This is going to have to be something that God leads you to, because if you're doing this just because of me or just because of whatever other reason, it's going to fall through. It's going to crumble right underneath us. And we wanted God definitely to be the foundation of that decision, and we wanted God to be the one to call her, not me, not her current area director, not her current team leader. We want her to be God-led. And so I think when pursuing a leader in that fashion, I think that if you leave it up to God and you leave it up to God to make that decision in that specific leader's heart, then we're all kind of in the clear. It's not like I'm stealing her. It's not like they're just trying to hold on to her or anything like that. But it's really genuine and again, transparent. And so that's a decision that she's going to make hopefully in these next couple of weeks. But until then, yeah, that's been one of the ways. And then the other way that we're going to be working on this summer, so the other way of just trying to recruit leaders is have all of us guys invite a girl who we think would be an awesome leader to summer campaigners or to our summer hangouts, and really just get as many new people exposed as possible to Young Life and what our goals are. And so I think if we can, bring three new girls to see what we're doing with our kids this summer, I think that hopefully the Lord will put it on someone's heart to become a leader with us. And so, yeah, just inviting people from the outside to come and see what we give our lives to. That's one big way. And then the other way is to give those people who are already in leadership an opportunity to hear from the Lord um, as far as where He's got them, and as far as where they're currently leading, and to give them the freedom to make that switch if that is something that they feel the Lord wants. And so, anyways, all of that was really long-winded, and I'm sorry for wasting 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes of your time. But until next time, we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.